Good morning everybody. Today I am here once again to share something about the current mirror in the VLSI domain. Okay. Now why current mirrors? Current sources are used as an biasing of a particular amplifier as we have seen yesterday, or also as an active devices or active load for the CS stage or so. And now see the right side image, that is a right side circuit diagram where this is a you can say that the gate voltage is constant because it is taken from a potential divider that is nothing but this R2 by R1 plus R2 into VDD. Now see that the current is I out equal to half mu n C ox W by L into VGS minus VTH the whole square, where VGS is nothing but that I have said already, that is the output from the potential divider. Now see this current is maybe constant because you are seeing that all the term in that equation is constant, that is VDD, VTH, R2, R1, W by L, mu n C ox, etc., etc. But what is the problem is this is depend on the supply voltage, that is VDD, the process parameters, that is a mu n and C ox, VTH, and it also depends on the temperature because R2, R1 depends on temperature and VTH also depend on temperature, mu n also. And another point is the output current noise, that is if there is a change in the output current or output voltage, then there will be the problem with for the channel length modulation with that particular current equation. And another problem with the matching with other current sources, because whenever we use this current source in various part of a particular system or very big circuits, and for that matching also you can say the matching with the VTH, matching with the mu n C ox, so we may not get the same current for the same circuit. That is you can say that R1 R2 and M1 another M1 prime or M1 M2 prime for different part of the circuit, we may not get the same current. So what is the solution then? Solution is a copying that current from a reference. What is the reference? Nothing but a one precisely different current source, and this particular system is nothing but the current mirror. And this current source, that is the precisely defined current source, is called the current reference, which may be constructed by a voltage reference followed by a voltage to current converter, or it may be a current reference or so. Now this is the main definitions of the current source and the mirrors. At the left side we are seeing the two different view of the current source. First one is the current source where the current is taken from a particular supply, and last one is the current sink. The current will not vary with the voltage. See in the middle portion, here the voltage is nothing but the supply voltage in case of the source and the sink. But at the right side we are seeing that mirrors, that is the current mirrors. From the reference current, that is for particular mirror circuit, say that this is a reference current I, we are copying that current, that is nothing but the mirror image of that current. But in some cases we may need that magnified version of the current. So in that case, that particular circuit or particular system will call them lens, because for that case we will get the M into I, where I is the reference current, where M be the magnification factor. It may be M greater than 1 or M less than 1, whatever we require we will do that. Now first in the first picture we are seeing that what is the definition or the schematic diagram of a current mirror in the VLSI or in the MOSFET domain. This is nothing but there will be two MOSFET with where their gate will be connected together, and there will be additional circuitry which will drive these two MOSFETs, so that the I in current and I out current will be the same. But there will be some characteristics for that particular schematic. What are the output current is linearly related to the input current, that is I out equal to AI into I in, where AI is called the transfer ratio. If AI is 1, then it is called the mirror, and otherwise it is a lens. Okay. Then another main thing, AI also define the accuracy of the current mirror. That is whether we are finding that AI is whatever the specification is met or not, that is the definition of the accuracy of the current mirror. Then the input resistance for the ideal current mirror should be 0 and the output resistance should be infinite. And there is last point is a minimum output voltage which it can drive. That is a very big point in our low voltage operation. Now this is the simple current mirror. It is nothing but in first from the first schematic diagram, that is the additional circuitry, where it is nothing but the diode connected MOS in the left side, that is the M1, which is driven by a current reference, which is nothing but current source, not a sink. In case whenever we just substitute this NMOS circuit with the PMOS, then this reference current source become the reference current sink. Now from this left hand side circuit, we can see that the output current to nothing but the half million of WL2 into VGS minus VTH whole. WL2 is the width to length ratio of that M2 transistor, and I reference will be given by that. We are seeing that as the gate of these two devices are connected, hence their VGS will be constant or the same. I mean to say this constant because I reference is constant, that is independent of the temperature. So I may say that the VGS will be the constant. Then from that particular equation we can find that AI, that is nothing but the current transfer ratio, is nothing but W by L of second transistor to the W by L of the first transistor. But there is main problem in for the short channel case, which is nothing but the channel length modulation. In the channel length modulation case, there will be another term for the both current equation in the saturation region is nothing but the 1 plus lambda VDS, and for that case the transfer ratio will become, that is 1 W by L whole into 1 plus lambda VDS2 by 1 plus lambda VDS1. This term will be attached to them, and for that case we are seeing that the VDS2 and VDS1 will not be same, and VDS2 is very much depend on the load circuitry of this current mirror, that is which load is driven by this current mirror. So VDS2 is nothing, it may not be a constant, so this transfer ratio is not constant. So this is not an accurate current mirror because the accuracy of that particular transfer ratio is not a constant, or that's a not equal to 1. Now what is the summary for the simple current mirrors, simple current mirror, that you may say from that particular summary, there are different types of limitation of this simple current mirror. First one, there's minimum input voltage of that particular current mirror is, that is what will be the voltage should be in that particular this node is nothing but that VGS. Now VGS can be written as that all for the all the cases, for all MOS, there is main definition for the in saturation region is the VOV or V on. This is the overdrive voltage in the saturation region, and we will define all that VGS or so in by this. Okay, so in that particular point we are writing that VGS is nothing but VOV plus threshold voltage. Okay, now in the first point, then minimum input voltage is nothing but the V min equal to VT plus V on, and then the minimum output voltage is nothing but the V on or VOV of that particular M2 transistor, and output resistance is nothing but that so we know that R out equal to 1 by lambda 8, that is R naught due to the channel length modulation of the second transistor. Then we are going to that input resistance. We know the input resistance of the diode connected NMOS is nothing but 1 by GM. GM is the transconductance parameter of MOS, we know. Then last one, that is the main limitation, is the current gain accuracy is poor because that VDS1 not equal to VDS2, that is VDS2 solely depends on the driving circuitry. Now though for the limitation, we cannot use that as a current source of the biasing point of view, but we can use them as a active load, because in case of active load the accuracy factor is not so important. So these are the three main single stage amplifiers, CS, CD and CG, where we are using this type of current source as an current mirror as an active load, where we are seeing that in this CS stage we are connecting this current mirror at the drain. Okay, but we are using that this I bias is nothing but the current reference as a sink, and this is the PMOS current mirror. The main point why you are using this PMOS current mirror is that we want to avoid the body effect, because the bulk of this PMOS will be connected to the VDD and the source of that particular PMOS also connected to the VDD. So the body effect is omitted or alleviated here. For the same that is in case of the CG, that is common gate transistor, where we also need the load at the drain terminal. So we are using this PMOS current mirror. But in case of CD stage, as the load is needed at the drain at the source terminal, so we can easily use this NMOS type of mirror, and this is the current reference source, because the source and bulb can be connected to the ground here. Okay, this is the active load for the SN for the single stage amplifier, where we are using the current mirrors. Now we have to use this current mirror also as a biasing current source. So we have to improve that the output impedance, or have to improve the accuracy of that current mirror. How we can improve that? There are different types of circuit which are using say current mirrors to alleviate this particular thing. But as a first our class, we have said that there are different type of trade-offs between the linearity, output impedance, output voltage swing, etc. So there will be same type of trade-offs to define this type of current mirrors. Now first one, this is the cascade current source. As I've already said in our last class, that there is a very big property of the cascade voltage amplifier is that it has a shielding property. What is the shielding property? I want to recap again. That is, at that for this common gate stage, the output impedance from this side will be very high. So from that, whenever there is a perturbation at the output voltage, this perturbation will also follow that particular point. But the as the output resistance is very high, this perturbation with respect to this will be very low. So in that case, we can neglect this perturbation. For that case, we can say that for lambda VDS, one term, that is the main culprit for the accuracy factor, can be mitigated. But what is the problem with this? Is the problem with the VB. How we can define VB so that this M3, M2 and M1 all can be in the saturation region. Now main factor to get the hi-fi accuracy for this circuit is to, if we equalize this Vx, that is the node voltage of that particular point and that particular point equal, then we can get the accuracy very accurate. So how we can do that? See, we have to equalize this Vx equal to Vy. Okay, now that M3 transistor is in the saturation region. So from that particular transistor, we can write that is Vb, that is the gate voltage of that M3, minus VGS3, that is gate to source voltage of that particular transistor, would be equal to Vx, because it is nothing but Vy. So Vb will be defined as nothing but Vx plus VGS3. Okay. Now we have to use another MOS from where we can find this VGS3. See in the slide where we are seeing that in the right hand side circuit, we are using this M0 transistor. For this M0 transistor, this is a direct connector transistor, and for that transistor, from the gate of that transistor, we are deriving this VB, that is a particular node N. See, this is the from what will be the voltage at particular node is nothing but the gate to source voltage of this M0 plus X. Okay, then the what will be the gate voltage of M3 is nothing but the VGS0 plus X. If we define or if we design that particular transistor M0, that is we can size that particular M0 so that the VGS0 may be equal to VGS3, because we know that the current from these two branch will be the same. So we can manage how to design these two transistors so that this VGS0 equal to VGS3. Hence we can conclude that that particular node, the gate voltage of this particular M3 will be nothing but VGS0 plus X, and VGS0 is nothing but VGS3. So we obtain that particular Y should be equal to node voltage of the node Y would be equal to Vx. But what is the problem in these two different circuit? See, in this circuit, the output minimum voltage should be the overdrive voltage of this transistor plus this transistor. That is, the minimum output voltage should be 2 VOV. Okay, but in case of that right hand side, we are seeing that the minimum output voltage is the overdrive voltage of this plus this only VGS. Now what is the problem? There's here that this is the more than VTH before that. That is the V2 VOB, here it is 2 VOB plus VTH. So we have to sacrifice our minimum output voltage in this of cascade current source circuit. I am saying that cascade current source circuit because we want to get more accurate current mirror. Here is no magnification factor because AI equal to 1 here. Now what are the different performance of this cascade current mirror is given here. R out, we also know that what is the R out. I think you can remember how we can find that R out. R out is nothing but for the common gate stage we can found that R out equal to where R naught is the output resistance of that common gate stage and Rs is the source resistance of that particular stage. So we can approximate this as a GM R naught into Rs. Okay, and from this equation if we see this particular M4 transistor where GM R naught is same, that is GM4 R naught 4, and that is here it is given GM4 RDS4 same as R naught 4, and this is RDS2 is nothing but the output resistance of this which will be seen at the source of this particular transistor. Okay, now R in, what will be the R in? R in is nothing but the two series connected transistor, series connected direct connected transistor. So this is nothing but the series connected 1 by GM, that is nothing but the 2 by GM. Now minimum output voltage I have already said that it is nothing but 2 V1 plus VT. Minimum input voltage is nothing but this is the direct connected load. So this point will be VGS plus VGS, and which is VGS equal to VOV plus VT. So total input minimum input voltage would be 2 into VT plus V1. And the main factor is that current gain, it is not so. This may say that accuracy of this particular current mirror is very high, very good. Now we are switching to more accurate thing. This is Wilson current mirror in the MOSFET domain. In the same time, that is whenever the cascade current mirror is developed, in the same time the Wilson current mirror also developed. It is an example of using the shunt series feedback to increase the output impedance. Where in case of this circuit we are using the cascade stage to increase the output impedance, but here we are using the shunt series feedback that is developed by this Q4 and Q3. This is shunt series feedback topology. Here you can easily understand from the feedback topologies. Okay, and what is the problem with this? We have to find how we can find this output resistance of this particular Wilson current mirror. In the very primary stage, the Q3 transistor was not there, and that particular Wilson current mirror was developed by this circuit. This is the main, that is a primary Wilson current mirror, and for the in case of first one we can easily find what will be the R out, but here we have to find the what will be the R out. There is another we are not using the small signal here, we are using another process how we can find that particular output resistance. Now see this particular Q1 transistor, there will be no current through this terminal, hence this current will be, there will be a closed loop here. Now from that we can say that the voltage at particular node is nothing but if it is R naught minus Ix R naught. Okay. Now this is the diode connected transistor. From that case we can find that if this is, there will be current through this Ix, and the input resistance of this NMOS is nothing but here will be 1 by Gm parallel R naught, and for S R naught is very high, so it may be approximated as 1 by Gm. Hence we can see that then V will nothing but Ix by Gm. Okay. Now we have to find the what will be the voltage of this transistor, that is what will be the VGS of this particular Q3 transistor. We have, it is nothing but this node voltage minus this V. Okay. Now this node voltage is nothing but minus Ix R naught, and what is V? V is nothing but the Ix by Gm. Now from that particular circuit again, Vx is nothing but, this is the drop across this transistor resistor plus this V. So we can write this Vx is nothing but Ix minus Id whole into R naught plus V. And what will be the Id? Id is nothing but this voltage, that is V minus Ix R naught whole into Gm, from that Gm Vg point of view. So from that particular case, if I put this Id here, that is where V is Ix by Gm. So there is a clear relationship between the Vx and Ix. So from that we can easily find what will be the ratio of Vx by Ix, and from that we can easily find what will be the output resistance of this Wilson current mirror. This is another point, another view how we can easily analysis for that output resistance, though we are not using the clear model, that is the small signal model of the MOS. Now the main thing what is, we need not only the accuracy but also the output voltage swing, because in the same time, we have seen that in case of this cascade current source, whenever we just improve the accuracy, we have to sacrifice about the minimum output voltage. In the Wilson current, this is the same, minimum output voltage is that is 2 VOB plus VT, and the accuracy is high, same, that is as the cascade current source, but we want to need the same thing simultaneously, that is the, we need accuracy, we need the output voltage swing very high. So we need this type of the wide swing cascade current mirror. Before going to that particular circuit, we need to know how this type of circuit can operate, where the input of this stage is connected to the output of that. Okay. Firstly, one, these two transistors, that is M1 and M2, should be in the saturation region. To then why should we need, that is to M1 in, if M1 is in the saturation region, then we can see that that is VB minus VA, that is the VGS of particular M1 minus VTH 1 should be less than or equal to Vx minus Va, that is the VDS of M1, and from that we are saying that Vb should be less than Vx. Now what is the Vx? Nothing but the gate to source voltage of this M2, that is VGS2 plus VTH1. Now simultaneously we need M2 should be in the saturation region. From that we are seeing that Vx, that is VGS2 minus VTH2 should be less than or equal to VA. Now what is the VA? VA is nothing but VB minus VGS1. Okay, from that we are saying that VB should be greater than VGS1 plus VGS2 minus VTH2. From these two equations we get a limit of VB which is okay. There will be a solution of that particular VB if only VGS1 plus VGS2 minus VTH2 should be less than this VGS2 minus V plus VTH1. It is obvious because if there is a band in this particular two value, then we will find any value for the VB. From that, VGS1 minus VTH2 plus VTH2 is 1 minute. This one is VGS1 minus VTH1 should be less than VTH2. This is the main criteria for that particular circuit. Both of the transistor will be in the saturation region. Okay. Now we can go to that particular slide. This is nothing but that particular stage followed by another two MOS connected in the series. Now these two transistor having the same gate connected to the VB voltage, and this is the connected to the same gate and which is connected to this particular point X. So we can say that if these two transistor is in saturation for a particular VB, so these two transistor will be in the saturation, but problem with the I out. But from this transistor we can see that the output resistance will be again high, so the perturbation at the output voltage will not follow at that particular, or you can say that we can neglect that the perturbation with respect to this here. So this is a more accurate circuit than that, and we can use the minimum output voltage again, that is equal to 2 VOV. In case of the cascode circuit, we are using, if I using this type of transistor here, then we get the 2 VOV plus VT, but again we are using 4 transistor but still getting 2 VOV. Now main problem with this, how we can get this VB in the circuit, because there will be the voltage reference, current reference, etc, etc, but the voltage reference output voltage is constant, current reference output current is constant. That voltage should not, may not be equal to VB, so we have to generate VB. There are 3 different methods by which we can generate VB. First one is this. See this, we just see this portion in there. Here is the main thing, that is M5 is in the diode connected mode, so the voltage at particular this node will be nothing but VGS5 of this node for this transistor, which is calculated from this particular current, that is I1, that is another bias current. And again this transistor, we are saying that node voltage, that is the VB, is nothing but the gate voltage of this particular M6 transistor minus I1 RB. Okay. Now we have seen that what will be the VB, that is the VB should be greater than or equal to VGS1 plus VGS2 minus VTH2. Here in this case the 1 and 2 term will be different, because in our circuit, first circuit, it is the 1 and 2, that is this is the M1 transistor, M2 transistor. In the slide it is the in reverse position, so the VB will now be VGS2 plus VGS1 minus VTH1. Okay, so this VGS2 is nothing but this VGS5 in the slide, and this VGS1 minus VTH1 is obtained from this transistor and resistor circuit, and this VGS1 is equal to VG of M6 transistor, that is VG6, and VTH1 is equal to I1 RB. okay, but still this circuit also depend on the temperature, because this resistor value, that is the resistance, will depends on the temperature. So we can mitigate, or we can use the active load for that particular RB, and this is the this circuit where this resistance is substituted by this M7 transistor, which is in the diode connected mode. So this diode connected transistor resistance is nothing but the 1 by Gm, and that is RB will be 1 by Gm. Now there are another circuit using this type of wire sense cascode current mirror is this. It is another very important circuit. Here the sizing is the main, that is how we can size this W by L ratio of these 5 different transistor, where there is no diode connected transistor, there is no resistor or so, but there is the different sizing of the different modes. See, if these two transistor, that is Q3 and Q2, are in the saturation, so we can easily define the VOV of that particular transistor. Let VOV equal to VOV3 plus VOV2. Okay, you cannot see these two circuits simultaneously, so I have to write that. So that if these two transistor M3 and M2 are in the saturation region, so we can say that, and this is the W by L ratio of this particular transistor, then we can define that is VOV3 equal to VOV2 is root over of 2 ID, that is you can say the ID2 or ID3 mu n C ox to W by L, okay, which may be equal to VOV. Now see that this VOV is inversely proportional to the square root of W by L, and we are seeing that for these two MOSFETs the current is same, that is the ID2 will be the current through these and through these branches, but the W by L ratio is here is 1 by n square times of that particular these two MOSFETs, here also the 1 by n square of this. So what will be the VOV of this M4 and M1, that is VOV4 equal to VOV1 is n times of the VOV, and for this M5 the this is W by L into 1 by n plus 1 whole square. So this VOV5 is nothing but n plus 1 times of VOV. So why we need that? This because we want to, these two node voltage will be the equal, because this voltage will not be affected by the output voltage per vibration due to the output resistance is very high. So we need only these two voltage, that is the drain to source voltage of this M3 and M4, M2 will be the equal. So the VDS3 equal to VDS2 is that this voltage plus this voltage minus this voltage. Now this voltage is nothing but the gate to source voltage of the M5 transistor, which is nothing but n plus 1 times of VOV plus VTH, because we need the VGS, and VOV is nothing but the VGS minus VTH. Now again we are concluding that for that minus VGS4, from that we can write that this is n plus 1, that is VDS2 equal to n plus 1 into VOB plus VTH minus n times of VOB VTH. Okay, from that it is VDS2 equal to VOB. So these two transistor is at the transition point of that the triode region and the saturation region. That is what this type of sizing. This is the main thing for that both the transistor, the VDS3 is equal to VGS2 minus VGS2, that is in the both are in the saturation region and will not be affected by any perturbation. It may be a current, that is I bias, I reference or whatever, but this node voltage will be always equal to VOB. This is the main property of these circuits. Now I am going to the property of the performance of the last one is R out is same whatever is derived for that Wilson current mirror or the cascode current mirror case. RE is nothing but will be defined by the, you can easily calculate because this is connected, so you can easily define what will be the input resistance is approximately will be given by this GM3 because the sizing of this and this and this will be optimized. The minimum output voltage is same, that is 2 V1, that is 2 VOB. For the input voltage is nothing but the VGS5 of this particular transistor. So this is nothing but the VT plus V1 5, and the current transfer ratio is excellent because VDS1 equal to VDS3, whichever we have derived now. So we get that is the same minimum output voltage, that is 2 VOB, but with this type of accuracy. Now this is the another self biased cascode current mirror. It is not so important because this is developed at the same time of this current source, but this is naturally we are not using because there are different types of pitfalls with the process or so just I can skip, but you can see these circuits from different literature, but it's not so important because this gate voltage for this cascode is self bias circuit as in the self bias BJT circuits. Now this is the last current mirror circuit. This is very important current mirror, and yesterday I want to tell the very important cascode stage, that is the regulated cascode stage, where the bias voltage of the common gate is developed from the particular feedback amplifier, and this is the called the regulated cascode stage. And this regulated cascode stage here used for the obtaining the this type of current mirror. This current mirror is very highly used in the low voltage operation because this minimum output voltage still is 2 VOB, but this VOB may be 0.2 volt or 0.1 volt or in less than that. For that case we can use this circuit very easily. And why this is, see that this particular 3 transistor can called a super transistor, and for that super transistor the gate is connected to that source, drain. So this is nothing but the diode connected transistor, and this is nothing but another super transistor. So it is, you can simplify this whole circuit to a simple current source only, and this output resistance can be derived from that particular regulated cascode, but this is very high and higher than that particular cascode, and I have already said this output impedance is very high compared to that common simple cascode because of the output voltage is, that is output voltage, and the gate voltage is feedbackly coupled from by this transistor and this bias current which are constant. Now this is the wide swing current mirror with the enhanced output impedance. This is the circuit, we have the very high output impedance, very greater than the cascode source current sources, but there will be the limitation with the output voltage is still 2 OB, but we can use this circuit to get more lower output voltage. This circuit is very important. See here that from the in respect to this circuit, here this transistor, that is, this is a common source amplifier, nothing but a common source amplifier. This common source amplifier is driven by another level shifter circuit, and this level shifter circuit is a, that is, it is as a, you can say this is a common gate transistor having the gate and source drain terminal is connected, and for that case is this is the two side, this is another super transistor where the gate is connected to the drain, and this is another super transistor. The main thing is the sizing of this particular all the W by L ratio to get these two particular VDS2, that is the VDS6 and VDS2 to be equal and get the hi-fi accuracy. As the output impedance is very high for this particular case, so the again we can see that the accuracy will be the high, and but the main thing will be with this circuit and with this circuit, see that the minimum input voltage is nothing but the only VGS of this particular case. In other cases, this is series connected to MOSFETs. For that case, we are getting two different VGS, that is it will be 2 VT plus V1. But in this case, it is only in this case and in this case, both of these cases, we are getting only the VGS. So this minimum input voltage also decrease. So this is the main thing of that particular case. Now see why this type of sizing is done. See, this is the W by L ratio of this particular transistor. This is 10, this is 10, this is 70, because we want the all the VOB will be equal. So if this is the 10, if this is the 70, the biasing current will be the 7 times with respect to this. This is 7 I bias. Okay, but here though the W by L ratio equal, but there is the 4 time of these currents. That is, this is 4 I bias for this particular, and this, that is Q3 and Q7, the biasing current is 4 time of that. So the VOB will be the 2 time of that particular voltage. So from that particular case, we can easily derive that this current is the 7 time I bias and this is current I bias. This is total current from this drain terminal will be the 8 I bias. So to having the same VOB, we are having this 80 times of that 8 times of W by L ratio of this Q8 and the Q4 for these two transistors. So from that particular case, we can easily derive that what will be the VDS of these two transistors, and will be the same equal to VOV of these two transistors. So from that case, we can see that these two transistors also in the transition region of the triode and the saturation region, and for that case, for it is solely independent of all the voltage transition or I bias, etc., these two VDS. So we can easily say that this is very accurate current source. But there is the main thing with respect to this type of cell bias cascade current or wide swing cascade current. The main thing is the power dissipation is very high, because this type of 3 current sources, there is a 3 into 2, 6 current sources are used here. So the power dissipation will be very high, but we have to sacrifice this if we want to wide swing current mirror with enhanced output load. Now this is the summary of the current mirrors. There's the comparison between the accuracy, output resistance, input resistance, and the minimum output voltage and the minimum input voltage. See, the output voltage is going on increasing for the simple to the self biased cascade source, and the main thing is that particular minimum input voltage. For the simple, it is the Vt plus V1, that is a VGS, and for the cascade source, it is the 2 Vt plus V1. But these two cases, see what will be the how this input minimum output minimum voltage, these two is minimized, these two. See, this is the main thing to get the higher accuracy if you want to use this type of current mirror as a biasing current source. Okay, it's over. Thank you.